Jim Sciutto reporting for us. Thank you very much. Joining us now from Lausanne, Switzerland, the State Department Deputy Spokeswoman Marie Harf. Marie, thanks very much for joining us. The deadline only a few hours away. Will there be a deal?
Well, Wolf, I can stand here and say tonight that I actually don't know. We can see a path forward to concluding this political understanding by this time tomorrow night, but I don't know if we'll get there. We have put proposals on the table that meet our bottom lines of getting Iran to a year breakout and cutting off their 4 pathways for nuclear material for a weapon. But we don't know if they can say yes to that. I think we'll see a lot in the next 24 hours, and we'll really know how this process goes forward from here.
What's the major sticking point right now?
Well, all of the issues, as we've talked about, are really related to each other. So obviously, Iran cares quite a bit about the pace of sanctions relief, not just U.S. sanctions, but UN sanctions, EU sanctions. And on our side, we want to be very clear that whatever number of centrifuges they're left with, whatever stockpile they're left with, whatever they do with that, whatever research and development they're allowed, that our bottom line is met, that we get to that year breakout time up from about 2 to 3 months right now. So we're trying to put together the right equation to get there. We think we have a number of different ways we can get there, but we don't know if the Iranians will say yes.
Apparently, there was a lot of consideration, maybe even a plan for Iran to give up a lot of its stockpile of uranium and send it off to Russia. Has that completely gone away now?
No, well, that's always been one option for how you deal with the stockpile that they will be getting rid of, which is part of the equation that gets us all the way to a year breakout. But there are other options. Diluting that uranium in country, as they've done under the Joint Plan of Action currently, that's another option. So what matters to us is less how they get there, but really that they are able to dispose of that stockpile in a way that they cannot use it to get to a nuclear weapon. That's what we're most concerned about, and that's what we're focused on.
These negotiations have been going on for 18 months. Why is it taking so long? These final hours, it's either make or break.
Well, these issues are incredibly complicated, not just on the technical side, although if you just look at that, the scientific know-how, all of the different pieces of how you enrich uranium, how you get to a plutonium pathway, all of that is incredibly complicated, and at each piece of that, there are 1,000 decisions you have to make at a technical level and then at a political level, and those are all part of this agreement here. And Iran does have some tough decisions they have to make, and I think we will see in the next 24 hours whether they're able to. Often, you know, at the end of negotiations, you're at the toughest issues, it's down to the wire. Those are the most difficult conversations, and we really don't know if we'll be able to get this done.
I want you to listen to then President Bill Clinton. This is back